Hello, my little friends. Welcome to Storytime with Lisa, your Storytime fairy godmother. Come with me. Today we will go on a little voyage to explore the magical story of a girl named Cinderella. Long ago, in a quiet village near a grand kingdom, there lived a gentle young girl named Cinderella. She lived in a large house that had once been filled with laughter and love. Her father was kind, and her mother was warm and caring. But happiness did not last forever. When Cinderella was still very young, her mother became ill and passed away. Before she died, she held Cinderella's hands and whispered, "Always be kind, my dear, no matter how the world treats you." Cinderella remembered those words forever. After some time, Cinderella's father remarried. His new wife arrived with her 2 daughters. At first they were polite, but once Cinderella's father became busy with work and later passed away, everything changed. Her stepmother was cold and proud. Her stepsisters were selfish and cruel. They took Cinderella's beautiful dresses and gave her worn, plain clothes. They ordered her to clean the house, scrub the floors, cook the meals, and care for the fireplace from morning until night. Because she slept near the ashes of the fire, they mockingly called her Cinderella. Yet, despite the hard work and unkind words, Cinderella remained gentle. She spoke kindly to the birds that visited the windows, fed the mice crumbs from her meals, and sang softly as she worked. The animals became her friends and kept her company when she felt lonely. One day, exciting news spread through the kingdom. The king was holding a grand royal ball, and all the young people in the land were invited. The prince hoped to meet someone special. Cinderella's stepsisters were thrilled. They spent days choosing gowns, jewelry, and hairstyles. Cinderella helped them with everything, pressing dresses, polishing shoes, fixing ribbons, while dreaming quietly of what it might be like to attend the ball herself. When she finally asked softly, "May I go too?" her stepmother laughed. "You?" she said sharply. "You have work to do, and besides, you have nothing to wear." Heartbroken, Cinderella watched as the carriage carried her stepmother and stepsisters away. Alone in the garden, she sat beneath the stars and wept. Suddenly, a warm light shimmered around her. From the glow appeared a fairy godmother, kind and gentle, with a voice full of comfort. "Do not cry, my child," she said. "Your kindness shall be rewarded." With a wave of her wand, magic filled the air. A pumpkin became a golden carriage. Mice turned into fine horses. A simple dress transformed into a gown of shimmering beauty, and on Cinderella's feet appeared delicate glass slippers. But remember, the fairy godmother warned, when the clock strikes midnight, the magic will end. Cinderella promised she would return in time. When Cinderella arrived at the palace, everyone turned to look at her. She glowed with grace and kindness. The prince noticed her at once and asked her to dance. They danced all evening, laughing and talking as though they had known each other forever. Cinderella felt happier than she ever had before. But then, dong, 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 the clock began to strike midnight. Cinderella ran, rushing down the palace steps. One of her glass slippers slipped from her foot, but she did not stop. By the time the prince reached the stairs, she was gone. All that remained was the shining slipper. The prince vowed to find the girl whose foot fit the glass slipper. He traveled across the kingdom, visiting every house. When he arrived at Cinderella's home, the stepsisters tried eagerly to fit the slipper, but it would not fit either of them. From the corner, Cinderella spoke softly, "May I try?" Her stepmother protested, but the prince insisted. The slipper fit Cinderella perfectly. She pulled out the matching slipper, and the room filled with light. The prince recognized her at once. Cinderella was welcomed into the palace with joy. She forgave her stepfamily, for her heart was kind and free of bitterness. She married the prince, and together they ruled with fairness and compassion. Cinderella never forgot her past, and she always treated others with kindness, just as her mother had taught her. And so, Cinderella lived happily ever after, proving that patience, goodness, and a gentle heart can change even the hardest fate.